This September the 6th picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Friday, September the 5th. We are here to handicap a full slate of MLB action for Saturday, September the 6th. Joining me with a correct Dallas Cowboys spread in his back pocket is Mr. Lonte Smith. Lonte, you've got against company policy, mate, but you were right to do so. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. That was a good way to start off the NFL season. But MLB wasn't too kind the last show for me especially. But we're looking to bounce back. Got a lot more games to go. Decent card. So I'm looking forward to it.
What was Jaden Carter thinking?
I have no idea. No idea.
Did anything happen before? Because I've already seen. Obviously, I didn't watch it live. Yeah, I saw it this morning. Has there been any fallout? Like, did Dak say something or? So from the looks of the video, it looks like Dak spit like around him, like near him, and then maybe like says something, and then that kind of caused him. I mean, still, the spit on somebody is just outright. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's rough. But I guess he can say that he was kind of like enticed by Dak spitting near him or around him. But yeah, so apparently that's what it was. Whenever they showed it a little bit zoomed in, that he was like spitting near him, and then that kind of like triggered him to spit on him, which is weird. But yeah, it's still idiotic.
Yeah, idiotic's the word. I'll
take it though, because he's a big part of that defense.
Yeah. I didn't have a bet on that game last night. I've taken Mahomes 2 or more passing touchdowns tonight, just as a little price boost. Nothing, a little pizza bet, that kind of thing. Yeah, I did the short slate last night with Dylan and went 3-3, which is all right. But the dogs were barking. We had Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
who keep beating the Dodgers at plus money. That was Paul Skeens because he was pushed back. The White Sox won as a dog as well. So there was enough in there for a couple of little winners. Friday night, so people are out and about. Keon Neon has joined us in the chat. Callum has been to the pub and is back. Callum had 4 pints. I did ask him 4 pints because he's going to a wedding tomorrow. So nice and sensible, Callum. Is it that wedding I'm working at, Callum? Because I'm coming to. I worked out the place as well. It's in Hook, H-O-O-K, and it's a pub, and I'll find out in a minute when Lonte is talking, because it's definitely somewhere near where you live, Callum. Big, nice-looking card, actually, for Saturday night. There's some big matches. I'll tell you what, Lonte, the dogs are barking on Saturday. I said the dogs were barking last night. I got some right fancy prices here.
Okay, I'm with you.
A couple of parlays as well, so I hope you're on the same page. 1:05 Eastern first pitch. Now, instantly ran into problems here. It's the Toronto Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. I'm seeing Max Scherzer, a handicapped Max Scherzer, taking on Luis Hill. Then a couple of books have got Chris Bassett listed. So
yeah, I see that changed. Yeah.
Do you think it's Bassett?
Well, I think they switched it because Scherzer was dealing with some back tightness. So okay. I can kind of see if it was switched now, I can kind of see why, because he went through his normal routine and they said he was fine. So maybe something happened in between then. So I can kind of see it like being Bassett because of that. But I still see some places having Scherzer as well. So yeah, it's kind of
because that just changed it a little bit for me. And the other thing I didn't really like was the price. My pick was the Yankees. The Yankees are minus 140, Blue Jays plus 120, and the total was at 9. And I had picked the Yankees, but then minus 140 put me off. There's 2 prices on this card that put me off my original pick. Another one we'll come to later that Keon Neon is mentioned in the chat. Scherzer back-to-back 400 starts, even though the Blue Jays won both of them. Yes, a career 439 against the Yankees. Still holds in his form relatively well, Scherzer. But Luis Hill has been pitching really well since his return. Still walks too many batters. Needs to sort that out. But no more than 2 earned runs. The totals are all bang on. I couldn't find a line. All the game totals, 7, 8, 9. So, I mean, the 9's right. So there's no real trends there. I preferred Hill to Scherzer. Bassett is a slightly different story because Bassett's kind of 1 run a game better than Scherzer. So that just tightens it up even more. So I'm quite happy to cop out Lonte on the grounds that we don't have a confirmed pitcher, which I'm quite happy to do. Any thoughts?
Yeah, originally I wanted to take the Yankees, but I thought the price was probably about right when it was Scherzer. But with Bassett, I'm happy to lay to 140. I'm not really a Bassett guy. I know he's been okay, but Hill has been fine as well. The Yankees, this is a big series for both of these teams. Pretty big series, actually. Yankees have been playing well. I mean, 8-2 in the last 10. Now, the quality of opponent has not been great, but they took care of business. Toronto's 7-3 versus the Yankees the last 10, 6-1 the last 7. 5 of those have been by 2+ runs, so they pretty much had their number as of late. But they're 500 the last 10. I don't trust Bassett on the road, not with how well the Yankees have been playing offensively. Hill's got some walk issues, but he's allowed 2 or less in 5 straight, so I trust him in the spot. He's typically been good at home since his debut last year, so I like the Yankees minus 140. I think that's a 1.5 play for me with the Yankees, especially if Bassett's going.
Okay, no bother. Thank you very much. Adam has joined us at just at the right time, he says. He wants the Blue Jays as well. Welcome along, Adam. Let's try and find some games. We've got some stronger feelings. Oh, here's one immediately. 2:20 Eastern, Washington Nationals at the Chicago Cubs. Brad Lord, that is his name, yeah. Brad Lord for the Nationals takes on Matthew Boyd, left-handed pitcher. For the Cubs, Cubs are incredibly short, minus 270. Nationals plus 220 with a total of 9.5, Lonte.
Yeah, if I was into land, like if I was rich like Kramer and Sean and I could lay 250, I would, but I'm not. But that 250 is short. It probably should be closer to like 285, maybe 290-ish. I mean, I know Chicago's been inconsistent as of late. They're kind of 500 in the last 10. But if you look at what Washington has done, I mean, they lost seven in a row. They did win 3 straight afterwards, but I don't really trust Lord at all. I mean, 17 earned on 26 hits in his last 3. He's a contact pitcher. He's allowed 4 home runs in that span as well. I think the Chicago offense can get it done. They scored 7+ runs in 2 of the 3 games in the June series when they played Washington. So I'm looking at a team total over, maybe in a full game over, thinking that Chicago can probably get to 7-8 runs, and we just need Washington to get 1. Boyd's been pretty good at home, 2 or less in 7 of his last 8, but not good lately. Overall, 2-3 in his last 5 with like a 5.65 ERA. So he has to be better. I think he will be, especially at home, but I don't want to lay that massive price. So I'll take the over, and I'll take the Chicago team total over. I think the Chicago team total over is probably one of my favorite plays on the card.
Yeah, well, if it helps you out, they've played some day sport today, and Chicago have won that game by 11 runs to 5. Yeah. So, but I mean, just more runs, which might put some people up. But I was happy to take the over, the same as you. This wasn't one of the dogs I fancied. You can't take Lord. 12 2/3, 17 earned runs in his last 3 starts. He hasn't not facing the easiest run of opposition. I'll give him that. The Rays, the Yankees, the Mets, the Phillies, now goes to the Cubs. So you could do with a little bit of respite there. But Boyd's form isn't far off loads. 16 2/3, 13 earned runs, both walking tons of batters. Washington are actually in decent form. They'd had 3 in a row, I think, before that. I can just see tons of traffic here. Base runners absolutely everywhere. So unless they leave a load of runners in scoring position, over 9.5 is the play for me as well. We will move on to 4:10 Eastern between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Left-handed pitcher Jesus Luzardo. For the Phillies, Sandy Alcantara will go for the Marlins, who are plus 130 home underdogs. Phillies minus 155 and a total of 8. This is Luzardo's 29th start now. He's up there at the top of the board with all the durable pitches. He's going along well. I think he's been a little bit unlucky. His whip and some of his metrics suggest that his ERA should be a bit lower. But he's not as good on the road. And certainly not as good on the road in his last couple of starts. Lonte, it turns out you were right all along that Sandy's quite good. Yeah, because I admit we took the piss out of you. I say we. I always say we when I mean we. When I mean me. They teach you that in the meetings, Lonte. Don't say we when you mean I. I took the piss out of you most of April, quite a lot of May. But I'm happy to sit here and say, turns out, I mean, he wasn't Cy Young good, but you were right. And hopefully we can make some money out of you being right here, because I do fancy them here. Good length, good results, specifically at home. Miami are hitting better. 85 runs in their last 20 games, 23 homers in the last 20. So Miami can put back the ball here. Behind Sandy at home, scoring runs, I think Miami are a price. I'll take the Marlins, plus 130, Lonte. First underdog on the board.
Yeah, well, I wasn't all the way right. I mean, if he was pitching like this early on in the season, he might be in the Cy Young race. But yeah, man, 1.67 ERA in his last 4 starts, 4 straight quality starts. I like Miami as well. When I'm looking at it, I mean, Philadelphia is obviously the better team. They've won. They're like 500 the last 10, and they play some quality opponents. But Luzardo's pretty inconsistent the last month. He is coming off 6 2/3 scoreless, which is, a step in the right direction. But if you look at the head-to-head that they played against each other, they played 8 games against each other. Philly is, or 7. I'm sorry, they played 7 games. Philly's 5-2 head-to-head, but 4 of those were decided by 2 runs or less. So they've been right there with them. And with Sandy pitching the way he's pitching, I like them. I'm going to take a half a unit, put it on the first 5 on Sandy, and then take the other half unit and put it on the full game for plus 130. So I'm with you with Miami with the plus 130.
Okay, only one NFL game in the hutch, so there's still plenty of time to enter the free roll football contest. Pick every game ATS, $3,000 to first place, $4,000 if you're a Patreon at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll, and 25% everything in the merch store. Don't forget that. And the NFL Survivor contest, $100 entry fee. Winner takes all at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. 6:10 Eastern first pitch, the Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers. It is left-handed pitcher Martin Perez for the White Sox. Takes on lefty Tarek Skubal. This is a price, minus 340. The Tigers, plus 270 the White Sox. Total Lonte, 7.5.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm not going to sit here and try to make a huge point for it, but I got to take the White Sox in this spot. I mean, Perez hasn't been horrible. Yeah, Perez hasn't been horrible, man. And if you look at it, I mean, 2.18 ERA. He's got 3 combined in his last 4 outings. He's got good swing and miss stuff. Detroit's not been. I mean, they haven't been this price. I understand the price, like Skubal's dominant, but I mean, they're 3-7 in the last 10. And Chicago's won 5 in a row. They scored 36 runs in that span. And Detroit's, 7-3 against them head to head the last 10, but 4 of those were by 1 run. So the Chicago's been right there. Skubal's been a little bit more like inconsistent at home. If you look at his last 6 home starts, 0, 4, 0, 4, 0, 4 earned runs. So he's been gettable in certain spots. Now he does have, 10 plus Ks in 6 of his last 12 games. I mean, that's just what he does. But I think the White Sox can hang here. I'm going to take the plus 1.5 because I think that's a better bet. But sprinkle a little bit on the White Sox. I'm going to be on them in the first 5 for sure. But I'll take maybe a quarter unit to put it on the full game. I think the price is a little bit heavy on this one.
Yeah, it's the only course of action, Lonte. You are absolutely correct. Sneaky good. I mean, you've handicapped my notes. Perez, sneaky good, 21 2/3. Only 3 earned runs in 4 starts.
Yep.
Hasn't had much help from the offense. He's got 2 1-0 losses in there. 1-0 losses, which isn't ideal. But that was before the White Sox went on this mad tear that you talked about, 5 wins in a row. You can't. It's not the pick holes in Skubal, particularly. He continues to be excellent, the ERA, the whip, everything else. But you have to factor the White Sox in. It's virtually impossible to fade Skubal, but the total's low. We're getting a low variance game. And I think if you back this 5 times at plus 270, or if you backed it 10 times at plus 270, you'd end up ahead. So maybe this is one of the 10. that would get us into profit over a little stretch of games. So, yeah, I'll take the White Sox here at a price of plus 270. Next up, we go to, back to the top of the page, in fact. 6:40 Eastern, the New York Mets at the Cincinnati Reds. It is Jonah Tong for the Mets. Will take on Brady Singer of Cincinnati. Minus 130, the Mets. Plus 110 are the Reds, and the total Lonte is 9.
I think this price is absolutely. You said. Let me make sure I got the right price. What was could you read out the prices again?
I've got minus 130 New York, plus 110 Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought it should be probably a little towards Cincinnati being favored, to be quite honest with you. He's been okay. I mean, he was good in his debut, but we don't have a ton to go off of. He's off 7 days rest. This is his first road start. But Singer's been really good. 4 straight quality starts. He's 5-1 his last 7 with Ray. He's solid at home. New York 2 out of 3 in a July. He's had success, and so have despite them struggling in the Yankees, the Mets being 6-4 in the last 10. I think we got a wrong team favorite here, man. I like Singer a lot in this spot. I'll lay a run in the first 5, and I'll take the plus money on Cincinnati. I feel real strongly about Cincinnati in this spot.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit closer together. Again, we talk about these rookie pitchers, and Tong at a nice price would have been okay. He made his debut in that insane 19-9 game against Miami last week. But when he left the game, he pitched 5 innings, only given up 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts as well. The pressure was off early in that the Mets were 12-0 up after 2, which was, if you're a rookie pitcher, what a perfect environment for you to come completely pressure-free. But that's not to take away anything he did. He didn't walk any batters. It gives you a little insight into how he controlled himself on debut. Singer's reliable, steady 6 innings. Better at home with a 3.19 home ERA. I got faith in both starting pitchers here. So I'm going to take the under 9 in this one, Lonte. Next game is 6:40 Eastern between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is Brandon Woodruff taking on Mitch Keller. Minus 160 for the Brewers, plus 135 for Pittsburgh. Total sits at 8. I thought Brewers a little bit unfortunate. They were unfortunate, sorry. I felt I was unfortunate that they lost 2-0 because it's scoreless after 7 and you're in with a chance, and the Phillies scored a couple of late runs. But minus 160 with Woodruff is just too short, I think. He struggled in his last 2 starts, 5 earned runs in each. He's not making it particularly deep into games either. Now, Keller was good last time against Boston. Hasn't been great before that. So it does look full of runs. Both pitchers' game logs are full of overs. But at these prices, Pittsburgh are good at home. They're 42-30 at home. If they're going to put some sort of any kind of competitive record together away from them, they'll be in a playoff spot. 7-3 in the last 10, and they're enjoying this current homestand. They're knocking off the Dodgers every night this week, so I don't see why they can't knock off the Brewers at plus 135, Lonte. We're going to double these up with the White Sox, and then you will be rich. We take Pittsburgh at plus 135.
Yeah, you know what? I thought the price was a little bit too large as well, especially with how well Pittsburgh's been playing. Now, it is, you can contrast that to say, is it kind of a letdown spot after the Dodgers sweep? But again, Keller's been much better at home. 7.59 ERA his last 7, though. So that's kind of concerning. Woodruff's been good as of late, but like you said, in his last 2, he's got 10 earned. But I'm looking. The reason why I stayed away from the side, Mal, is because Milwaukee's had Pittsburgh's. They've had Pittsburgh's number. If you look at, they have 5 straight wins versus Pittsburgh. The score 56-11 is the score. So they're absolutely obliterating them. So I'm staying away from the side. I do kind of agree with your play on Pittsburgh with how well they've been playing at home. I'm going to go with the over. 7 of the last 10 matchups did go over. Both pitchers kind of been, I think we can see both teams score here. Over. I'll be rooting for you on the sideline. Pittsburgh, if they didn't do enough in the offseason last year coming in. They got to get some offense. They got to get some bats. They got to get some. Rotation is okay, but they got to get some bats to help. Like you said, remotely backable on the road, they would be a playoff team. And going with Skeens to start off, that's tough. But I mean, they got to do some better work in the offseason to get him some help on that offense as well. But yeah.
Okay, fair enough. If I was to offer you a big block of chocolate or a big block of cheese, which one would you eat?
Chocolate. I'm lactose, so I can't really have cheese like that.
Well, that's disappointing. I don't think I could live without cheese. I'm a very cheesy man, Lonte. Well, that's no. I'm not happy about that. I will add that to my notes. MyBookie.ag is our favourite sponsor here. Your place to bet on football and everything else. Prop Builder is second to none. The motto is brilliant. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Head to mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. And Rhythm are ready to smash the NFL. 76 and 66 ATS last season. Player props were really good as well. And they've got a ton of other sports if you want to get involved with those. The weekly leaderboard is there. You can win cash for tracking your bets there. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. 7:05 Eastern between the LA Dodgers and the Baltimore Orioles sees Yoshinobu Yamamoto go up against left-handed pitcher Trevor Rogers for the Orioles. Plus 120 home puppies, the Birds. Minus 140, the Dodgers. Total 8.5, Lonte.
Yeah, man. The Dodgers burned me this weekend. They got me pretty good. I think this price is perfect for Baltimore. I like Baltimore first five. I mean, the Dodgers 1-5 last 6, and we talked about it. I think all of us have been talking about it. Me, you, Scott, and D-Rock all. The Dodgers have just been right around 500. They haven't surpassed anything and look good. They look good versus the Padres, but everybody else, they've been kind of just teetering around 500. So Baltimore had a good sweep. Speaking of San Diego, they had a good sweep of San Diego on the road. Rogers been unbelievable. He's not had. Well, okay, Mal, I'll tell you this. You always give me the question, so I got.
Come on then.
I got one for you. So he had not had an ERA under 4 in 3 seasons.
Wow.
He's got an ERA of 1.39 over his last 14 starts. How long has it been since that pitcher has had an ERA that in 14 starts?
1968.
God damn, you're close. 75.
Okay.
1975. So he's been really good. And if you look at who he's faced, so at least the Cubs and Houston, we can all agree above average offenses. 4 combined runs against those teams. 1 or less in 7 straight. Yamamoto's been okay. I mean, his hit rate is low, and he's been fine. But I'm gonna take the plus money with the home dog. Baltimore, I like Rogers. So I'm going to take Baltimore here to go with the upset.
Good year, 1975, Lonte. That's when I was born. Wow. Baltimore, you're exactly right. Yamamoto is going along well, but recently on the road, he's been hittable and beatable. We know the Dodgers are beatable on the road. They've lost 3 in a row. Any other season, I can't believe one of the teams in this division haven't really got the Dodgers at it, because 3-game losing streak, but the Padres have put up a 4-game losing streak. The Dodgers just seem to hold this 2-game lead, whatever happens. Every time I look at the standings, they've got a 2-game lead, regardless of what's been going on. But absolutely lights out Trevor Rogers. They're 11-3 straight, up in his 14 starts, 7 in a row with exactly 1 earned run. And the Dodgers continue to be bang average on the road. Price is great. Baltimore plus 120. We put that in a parlay with Pittsburgh and Chicago on car. We're going to have some bullets to fire at the NFL on Sunday night. We're going to be absolutely loaded. 7:05 Eastern first pitch. The Guardians are at the Rays. Tanner Bybee takes on Shane Baz. Minus 140 the Rays, plus 120 the Guardians. Total is at 9.5. Just struggling a bit with all of the Guardians at the minute. It doesn't matter if it's the pitching staff or the hitters. Just not particularly keen on taking any of them. Tanner Bybee's another on the no-bet list. 13 earned runs in 3 consecutive defeats for him. Baz was excellent at home last time against Seattle. He had been quite volatile before that, but it's hard to get away from the Rays' recent form. Hottest team in baseball, 7 wins in a row against a very average Cleveland team. I'll tell you what caught my eye here was the run differentials of this team. Tampa Bay plus 63, Cleveland minus 56. I'm not really sure how you can see one team as more equally as competitive. I think there's more between these teams than the records, the win-loss records suggest. I'll just take the hot Tampa Bay Rays, Lonte.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I can't lay that with Boz. But that would be the side that I would go to. I see some runs in this game. I know all 4 of the matchups have gone under. Actually, 9 of the last 10 matchups have gone under. But with both of these pitchers, Bybee's allowed 4+ in 6 of his last 7. He's allowed a home run in 8 of his last 10. Tampa is hot right now. You talked about their streak, but I just can't lay it with Baz. He was 0-8 across 10 starts in July and August. He is coming off 6 scoreless versus Seattle, which typically would be a fade spot, but Tampa's just playing too well for me to do that. So if you look at the 7 starts prior to the Seattle game, he allowed a combined 32 runs. So I think we see some runs in this game. I'm going over. I would be with you on Tampa, if anything, just because I think that they are the superior team. You talked about the run differential. That's pretty evident in that. But Tampa's hot right now. I can't get away from them. Don't need to fade them. Although I'm not a fan of Boz. Yeah,
fair enough. Next up is the San Francisco Giants at the St. Louis Cardinals. Justin Verlander for the Giants will take on Andre Palante for the Cardinals. 2 pitchers with not great records at first glance. The Cardinals plus 110 home underdogs. Giants minus 130. Total 8.5, Lonte.
Yeah, Giants are hot too, man. They won 9 of 10. They've been pretty good. I think you just got to play him here. St. Louis with Palante, 6 straight losses. He's 1-9 in his last 10 with a 7.79 ERA, 4+ runs in 4 of his last 5. You can't bet him here. The Giants have been really good. I trust their offense to kind of get. Devers has been really, really, really good as of late. So I think his emergence, along with the downfall of Palante and St. Louis, maybe look at an over as well. But it would be San Francisco and over for me.
San Francisco for me as well. Been tricky to bet Verlander, but he's been better in his last 2. Although they were at home, and it is on the road where he's had his struggles. Does have a 5.10 ERA. But Palante is arguably worse. He's on a huge run of L's. His 6 August starts yielded an 8.67 ERA. The Cardinals have lost his last 6. 2 good starts in a row for Verlander, coupled with that recent record of San Francisco. It was quite an easy handicap. It was kind of an old school, just box-ticking exercise here. And all the boxes you ticked were in San Francisco's favour. So at minus 130, we will take the Giants. 7:15 Eastern. This game's off the board, although we've seen pitchers listed all day. The Houston Astros are at the Texas Rangers. Hunter Brown has been listed for Houston, and for Texas, Jacob deGrom. But I don't see any lines on this one. Don't know why. So there may be some pitching shenanigans. Hunter Brown has been rock solid. 6 starts in a row with no more than 2 earned runs. A run of 6 unders in a row in his starts as well. Now, Jacob deGrom looked like he bottomed out a few weeks ago. Texas have just slowed him down a little bit, which I think's done him good. He's gone exactly 5 innings in his last 3 starts, and he's steadied a little bit. Both teams are hitting around 55% on the season to the under. So I think we get a little pitch in Julia. I haven't seen any lines. I'm guessing 7.5 maybe with the names of the 2 pitchers on the docket. If it's a 7.5, I'll take an under. Like I say, both teams profitable to the under. Do like both SPs, although the status of this is somewhat up in the air, Lonte.
Yeah, completely agree with you. If it is both of these guys, I think the under is slam dunk. First 5 under as well. This could be easily 0-0 after five innings, with both of these pitchers being really good. Brown 1.71 ERA in his last 7 starts. Texas has been quite good lately as well, 7-3 last 10. So I'm interested to see what the number will be, because I was thinking about taking Texas. DeGrom, you talked about his emergence. I mean, he had an ERA of 5 in his last 5 games prior to having 2 combined in his last 3. He had lost the last 4 decisions before his last start, so he's trending in the right direction. I would go under, if anything. 6 of the last 10 head-to-head meetings have went under, so it would be Texas and under for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to the winner. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy. Underdog is a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. Our code for that at Underdog is MLB SGPN. And we're brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. 35 states available. Download the Novig app, get $50 when you spend $5 if you use the promo code SGPN. Getting on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. We get into the final third of the card with a 7:15 Eastern between the Minnesota Twins and the Kansas City Royals. Oh, I've got pitching change here. Joe Ryan for the Twins, and I'm now seeing Stephen Kolek for the Royals. Originally had seen Michael Wacker listed. -105 the Royals, -115 the Twins. Total 8.5. Lonte.
Yeah, I had Kolek the whole time. Maybe I looked at it wrong. That's what I had Kolek as well. But this match. I mean, this match. I'm thinking about football now. This game, I think, is perfectly lined. It's perfectly lined. I don't want to bet either side, to be honest with you. I would rather go under. I don't trust either of these offenses. Kansas City's under in 7 of their last 10. They're 500 head-to-head the last 10 meetings with Minnesota. Minnesota's 3-7 the last 10. Now, I will say they're over in 9 of the last 10, but it doesn't have anything to do with them offensively. They're allowing 9+ runs in 5 of their last 10 games. So they're giving up a ton of runs. I don't trust either side to get a win. If this game could end in a tie, I would bet that it would end in a draw, man. I really would. That's how little faith I have in either side. Kolek's coming off 1 earned and 6 innings pitched versus Detroit. Ryan's been solid, 2 or less in 5 of his last 6. He's solid on the road. So I'm going under. I don't really trust either side, so let's go under.
One of the things I miss about the zombie runner is that once a year I would wake up at 8 a.m. and there'd be a West Coast game still going in the 20th inning or something. It only ever happened once a year, and I'd be dead excited. I put it on, and you could tell the commentators were really pissed off. It's like, it's 2:10 in the morning. It's Miami 3, fucking the Dodgers 3. And I was having my cornflakes waiting for someone to score a run. And I don't get that anymore. The zombie runner's taken that away from me. So this could end in a tie, Lonte. Joe Ryan's volatile. 2 games. His last 4 games. He's thrown 2 gems. He's thrown 2 stinkers. They won the 2 gems. They lost the 2 stinkers, obviously. But one of each was at home. One of each was on the road. One of each went over. One of each went under. There's just nothing in there, at all. The Twins are rubbish. That's fairly reliable. Kolek's been fine as well. But 10 the season series here, 10 games they played each other, average 7.4 runs per game. So I think Kansas City will probably win, but it might just be 3-2, 4-2, something like that. That 8.5 looks far too big. I completely agree with a lot of what you said there, Lonte. So I'll take the under 8.5 in the Twins at the Royals. 7:15 Eastern first pitch. The Seattle Mariners are at the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Miller goes for Seattle. He will take on No. What's this bloke's name? Not Hunter Waldrop. Hurston. Is it Hurston? Hurston Waldrop. That's the name.
Yeah.
For the Atlanta Braves. Minus 140, the Braves. The Mariners are plus 120 with a total sitting at 9. Now, I made these picks hours ahead of the lines coming out, and I picked the Braves. However, I don't like the minus 140, so now I don't really know what to do. This is what Keon Neon at the start was we were talking about. A little bit similar to me wanting the Yankees, but also not wanting the minus 140 there. Bryce Miller, a bit of a pattern of mediocrity, but he is hard to trust. 141 whip. That reflects in the 5.71 ERA. He's worse at home than on the road. And Waldrop's been excellent. Last 5 starts, 30 innings, 3 earned runs. Excellent performance at Philadelphia last time out, even though he got away with walking 4 batters. So I'm not keen on taking Atlanta, but I do like them in the spot. I'll give it out as a pick. If you were giving me real money, Lonte, it would just be down my list of things to take. I think there's better value to be had. But I would take Atlanta to win the game.
Yeah, I was completely with you. Like, I wanted to take Atlanta. I wanted it to be like 120, 115, but we didn't get that. So I got to take Seattle. I don't love it, but it's just like a price point. I just can't lay 140 with. I know Waldrop's been fine. He's almost been flawless, but I mean, 140 is ridiculous for a team that's like Atlanta. I mean, they're 4-6 of the last 10. Like Seattle's been 1-5 so far on their road trip. This is the 3rd straight road series. Miller's been 4+ runs, 3 of his last 4, 10 home runs the last 7. But do you trust Atlanta's offense to kind of capitalize? I think he might can go well here. I'll take a small sprinkle on Seattle, but I absolutely don't love it. I'm with you. I had the same mindset. I wanted to come in and take Atlanta. That was going to be my lock, actually, for the show. But prices matter.
Prices do matter, you're right. 8:10 Eastern, Boston Red Sox at the Arizona Diamondbacks. Lucas Giolito for the Red Sox goes up against Brandon Pfaadt. For the Snakes, minus 125 Boston, plus 105 the Diamondbacks. Total Lonte 8.5.
Love Boston in this spot. I think it's mispriced. Pfaadt's been winless in his last 4 starts. He's allowed 4+ in 3 of his last 4. Inconsistent. He's got a high hit rate. We know what Boston is capable of doing on the road. As I think they had a stretch where they won maybe like 13 or 14 on the road, but they've been elite on the road. I trust Giolito 4-0 with a 2.27 ERA in his last 7, 1 or less in 5 of his last 7. He's not been as sharp on the road, but his current form mixed in with how I don't really like Arizona, although they've been playing well as of late. I think that all adds up to a good Boston win. 7-3, Mal. That's my shot. 7-3. So that's Boston and Oakland.
I was waiting for you to make a correct score pick, Lonte. You've waited 13 games, but you got one in. Giolito is dealing a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah.
His last 2 road starts with good wins at Baltimore and the Yankees. 10-2 record. And I just don't want Brandon Pfaadt at all. He is better at home, but his form is tailing off. A 6.16 August ERA. So he saw Boston once last year, by the way, did Pfaadt, and the Red Sox absolutely lit him up. So I think they're going to do this again. This was a straightforward pick for me. Boston at minus 125. The penultimate game on the board is off the board. 8:10 Eastern between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. San Diego officially TBD, although I think it's Michael King with McCade Brown. Back-to-back shows for us, Lonte, with McCade Brown listed for the Rockies. I think the issue here is Michael King. He had his first start back in 3 months against Boston last time out. So whether or not he suffered some kind of reaction to that, or they're going to push him back a day or whatever, I don't know with that. King, I mean, we know King is a good pitcher, but it's what he's capable of in this spot. He didn't last long last time in that Boston game, and I wouldn't be expecting much more this time around. Brown has had 2 starts, has walked 3 batters in each of them, has given up 7 earned runs, so I'm not mad keen on betting him. the positive, if I was expecting a short king start, the positive I took was that the Padres bullpen hasn't really missed a beat. We talked about Jason Adam getting injured a couple of weeks ago, what effect it would have. And it's just been next cab off the rank. Morrohone, Mason Miller, Suarez have all been great. So Padres on the run line, just if they were having to go 6 innings, that bullpen I think would be fine, where I'm expecting McCade Brown to struggle, or a Padres team total. But yeah, they're the only real options, Lonte. And like I say, we're not sure about the Padres pitching situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. It would be San Diego run line or nothing for me. I can't back the Rockies and Browns, so I completely agree with your handicap. But it all just depends on who pitches, like you said, for the Padres, because who knows? They could go with a bullpen game, like anything can happen. So it's hard to give out something with them, but it would be like -1.5 for them, depending on the price. Okay.
Final game, 9:38 Eastern. The Athletics are at the LA Angels. JT Ginn goes for the A's. He takes on Yusei Kikuchi of the Angels. -140 LA, +120 the A's, and the total Lonte is 9. Finish us off with a winner, please.
Yeah, I like over. I like the A's. I know that the Halos have dominated the A's. They've won 8 of the last 10, but the A's won 2 of the last 3. The Angels are home after 3 straight road series. I don't think that Kikuchi should be laying this price. I understand that they've been playing well. I understand that they have the A's number, but I can't lay this number with Kikuchi. The Athletics, if they can get really good production from the top of their lineup early on, I think it makes it easy on the back end of their lineup. So I like them to come out strong. They hit lefties pretty well, so I think they'll be fine here. Let's go with the A's at plus money and the over as well.
Yeah, completely on the side this one, Lonte. I really like the Angels. JT Ginn is a bit of a mixed bag. He's just hard to pin down.
Yeah, he is.
Ginn, you don't really know what you're getting. His last 2 road starts have hit the under. I just prefer to concentrate on Kikuchi's splits. Fade him on the road, but bet him at home. They've won 6 of his last 7 home starts, so I will do that. I'll take the Angels at -140. Lonte, good effort, 15 games, as much as possible in the books. It is me to go first. Is that right?
Yep. Okay. Yep. Yes, that's right.
Right. Okay. I'm torn between picking what I want and trying to steal your picks. That's just the place we've got ourselves to.
No. It's fun. I got plenty. Trust me. So I
got shit tons of underdogs. I mean, we're introducing the Friday parlay, which is the White Sox, Pirates, and Orioles, whatever that pays. It's just which one of them you've got. I think it's got to be the Pirates. Pittsburgh doing all right, knocking off the Dodgers repeatedly. They then invite the Brewers in behind Woodruff, who hasn't been great. -160 is a mad price for the Brewers. So I'll take Pittsburgh as a dog at +135. And my luck, well, we're going to see tons of runs between the Nationals and the Cubs, aren't we? 9.5's way too low. Yeah, I'll lock up the over, Lonte. You're right, there's tons of dogs to pick. Who are you going for?
Yeah, man. So look, for the lock, I like -125 for Boston. I mean, Giolito's been in good. Boston's playing. I like the way they got an injury in there, but I think they'll rally and be fine. They're good on the rust. I don't really trust spot or any of his, hard hitting, his contact that he allows. Boston should be able to. I like Boston -125 for the dog. I thought it was a wrong team favorite. I'm going with Cincinnati with Singer. He's been really good. I mean, Tong's been, small. The Mets have been okay. I thought they should be like -115. So I'm gonna take Cincinnati at home.
Sorry, I was on mute there. I was frantically trying to find my home run play.
It's all good. I can give mine out to you if you want to look.
No, me. I don't have to look because they're jumping off the page, Lonte. I don't have to look for them. They're coming to me. They're leaping off the screen at me. We've got a game here where we can fade both pitches. The game's Cleveland and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Bybee gives up all the home runs.
Yes.
Baz also gives up plenty of home runs. We've got warm weather in this little ballpark.
Yes.
It's just getting on the right one, but we could, same game parlays here, we could easily pick up a few. I just need to get, I'm going to take I took the Rays to win the game, which means I'll have to take a Tampa Bay Ray here. Junior Caminero is the obvious one. He's been in great form. I don't know why I find what I like, and then I always feel like I should go down the card and find a silly name.
I think you're about to take my guy because my pick is in this game.
Okay, I'm going to take Junior Caminero.
Oh, okay, that's not my guy.
Okay, are you taking J-Ram?
No, I'm taking Yandy Diaz to hit.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I nearly went for him.
Yeah, because he's been. So he was 0 in his last start, but he had, I think, 8 hits in his last 3. When he had that 5-for-5 game. I mean, I think you talked about it with Bybee. I think he's going to be able to give one up early. So I maybe look for him to hit one between the first 2 ABs. So I like Yandy Diaz to hit one tomorrow.
Okay, well, there's the same game parlay as well.
Yep,
this is the most exotic picture. We've got a 3-team parlay. We've got a home run parlay from the same game. Mate, we're going to have a lot of ammunition for NFL Sunday when that comes down. Lonte, I was going to ask you what your weekend looks like, but I already know it's wall-to-wall football, isn't it? Yes. Saturday, Sunday?
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Actually, we're going to start today with a little bit of football. Got some college football tonight. But, not too much, though. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with the family, and then I'm going to ignore everybody Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, I've got my pen out, Lonte. Give me one college play. I'm going to write it down here.
College play, Florida, minus 17.5. It's my favorite play on the card. Florida Gators.
Who are they playing?
They are playing the South Florida Bulls.
Oh, fucking hell. It's going to take some finding for me. That's going to take me longer to find. Right, okay.
I probably can find a rotation number for you, but,
No, that's all right. I'll track it down. I'm resourceful. Right, thank you, mate.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Good luck, everybody, with your picks. Enjoy the college football. Enjoy the NFL. Most of all, enjoy the MLB and all the winners. Somebody's back here on Sunday night. Good luck with all your bets. Until then, we will see you all down the road. Cheers.